Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and this is the Walking Dead Q&A number 81. Alright guys, I filmed the Q&A already, and it's very long, so I'm going to do Q&A 81 and 82 back to back. So, stay tuned for 82, that'll be coming up. But I recorded an original intro, and there was something I wanted to mention, so I'm going to pop that in the video right now. Before we get into this, I have to show you. This just arrived. This is a print of issue 150, and this is the variant cover for Ryan Otley. Now, Ryan Otley, man, I gotta figure out how he actually pronounces his names. I'm horrible with names, you guys already know. Anyway, this is a huge print. Look at this. I gotta get this framed. I love this thing. But they have prints for sale, not just The Walking Dead, but Invincible, as you know, and other things too. Go check it out. So I'm gonna put it back. Hold on. So as usual, I'll leave links in the description for Ryan's artwork on his Tumblr page, I believe. Also, I gotta show you two new shirts that came in from Skybound. Look at this. The Inny Minny Money Mo with Negan. I love that. That is so awesome. I've been wanting this one for a while, and this just came in. This is awesome. All these walker heads. Man, I gotta order another one of these just to have. I love this shirt. I love it. Also, guys, I want you to check out an artist. His name's Jeremy Dyer. He's the one who did this Negan image. You guys can go check out some of his other work. Again, link will be in that description for his DeviantArt account. You can check it out. I don't know if he sells art or what he does, but if he does, check him out, or maybe does commissions. I'm not sure, but hell, it's worth shooting him a message, you know? Why not? Oh my god, I gotta talk about this. They are releasing a new beginning Rick Grimes. I will have an update video. It most likely will be available at shop.thewalkingdead.com. You can't buy these in stores. Keep in mind it's an online exclusive, so get it. I'll leave a link and information, and I'll do a video when it's available. It's not available right now, so just hold on. If you don't find it on their online shop, relax. Anyway, let's now jump into the questions. First question, Trent Wall. He wants to know if Dwight shot Darryl to save him from getting killed by Negan. A lot of you have asked this. I did do a video on this, 3 reasons why Darryl got shot. However, so go watch that if you want more. But I do believe it's as simple as this. It's their policy. They kill one person to let you know they mean business, and then the rest of you work for them. Dwight knew if Darryl was turning around, he's pissed, he's not turning around to give up. So, since they only kill one, it's policy, he simply just clipped him in the shoulder. Now, we can think that he's saving his life and all that, and I did add that, you know, and talk about that as it being a possibility, but if I were to pick one thing, I believe it's policy. They kill one, and the rest work for them, and that's simply it. Super Kylie Gooderum. When Maggie gives birth, will she live through it? Yes, I do believe so. However, an interesting thing to think about is she might not give birth at all in season 8. It's possible. Shavon Martin. How much did you miss the F-bomb during Negan's scene? I missed it a lot. And for those wondering, yes, most likely, I'm almost positive, they will have the uncensored Negan scene in the Blu-ray, and yes, I'm very excited for that. I mean, very excited. Macy J. Do you think the writers would have Rick's hand chopped off? Listen, we get a lot of people asking this, and I mean a lot, and I've answered this a lot, and I put it in here simply for the fact that so many people want Rick's hand to get chopped off. Listen, they can do it. Sure, why not? But there's problems. One, I just don't think it fits the story right now. That was the governor's story. It doesn't belong. Two, if you were to chop his hand off, there's cost. It's gonna cost a lot. And since we're going into a huge storyline with multiple communities and an all-out war and all this other stuff, I would rather the money be spent on that than having Rick's hand chopped off. It's just not that important to me. If it was still the governor doing it, maybe I'd feel better about it. But it doesn't fit. It doesn't belong in Negan's story. It just doesn't, in my opinion. It would just be like, oh yeah, whatever. I know people want that. I just don't. As a fan, I don't. I would rather put that money to all-out war. Super A 101. In the season finale, Negan says, "Do not make me kill the little future serial killer." Why did he say that? That's something from the comic, but you see why they do it in the show as well, because Carl's not crying. He's a child and he's not scared. Plus, he's got the bandage over his eye. This kid has been through some shit. so Negan calls him crazy, a serial killer, you know? It's just a funny joke. Rabbit Shrimp asked if they could have filmed the death already, maybe filmed possible different deaths, like different cast members. No, just no. And that's simply because Gimple and everyone, even the cast, has came out and said they didn't even film the death. They came out and said when Negan does the cliffhanger scene, the cast wasn't even there. So that means they filmed the stuff with the cast, and the stuff with just Negan or just the cliffhanger, the cast didn't even know about it. And I know some people will be like, well, what do you mean? They read the script. A lot of times, you only get the script that has to do with your character. So you might not even see what another character does. They do that for certain instances. Now, there's cases where that this might not be the case, but chances are, seeing as they filmed it with the cast not even there, they might not even have had that part in the script that the cast had. They could only have the parts that the cast members were involved in, or little parts that didn't spoil it, like the roadblocks and stuff. But no, I don't believe they filmed it, and I know a lot of you are going to say, well, why should we believe them? Listen, if they start coming out and just flat out lying to us all the time, why should we bother watching their interviews or listening to what they have to say? Producers and actors and everyone like this, and that's why Scott Gimple gets a lot of shit sometimes when he tries to answer something, but he's very evasive and he's secretive, because if he flat out lies all the time, we're not going to give a shit about his interviews, and he can't promote it, he can't talk about it or discuss it, because we're not going to listen. And I know that might seem petty, but that's the truth. If Kirkman and Gimple in the cast lied about everything just to trick us, we would not watch the interviews. I know I sure wouldn't. Why? It would be a lie. It would be a waste of my time. So I believe them when they say the cast wasn't there and they did not film the death. I believe them 100%. Charlie Romeo, he has a prediction of why he killed Aaron. Negan kills Aaron. I'll leave that on the screen. You guys can pause it and read it if you want. Listen, I think Aaron is a good pick right about now. Before I go and really dissect that scene, I'm just going to pick Aaron, because I'm afraid now they're going to pick a character that's a weaker death, something that's not a main character. And I'm afraid because maybe they cliffhangered it that way they can do it in a season so they can do damage control. So for right now, I'm picking Aaron until I go back and analyze it. And yes, next week I'm going to be doing my follow-up analyzing the death and death predictions for Season 7, so stay tuned. Nightcloud wants to know if there's clues in the marketing because they're coming out with a Glenn figure, a 10-inch figure, around the time Season 7 is going to come out. I say no. I would never look at clues in the action figures, and mainly that's because just because McFarlane Toys makes the action figures doesn't mean they know what's going to happen in the show. They're not privy to that information. They're not told that information. And I think a good example of that is Gareth. I believe that McFarlane Toys, took a chance on Gareth, and they thought he was going to be the next new big bad for the season, and he wasn't. And I think that's why we got a Gareth toy when he died so quickly. So no, I wouldn't believe the toys are hints of what's to come. Shaza Mate wants to know if AMD will try to redeem himself and if that's possible. I think anything's possible. Listen, I strongly believe that. No matter how much I don't like the cliffhanger, if you were like, yo, could someone sit down and write a Season 7 opener that could blow us away? I would say, yeah, that's definitely possible. But don't open with the death. We need to build back up to that. And we need to do it in a way where we get the fans' emotions riled up again in an organic way. Not just forced, okay, remember how you felt in Season 6? Feel that way again. We're about to kill him. You know what I mean? Alright, Donald Mills, you want to know if the Walking Dead family, the community of fans and everything, if we lash out with enough hate and anger at AMC, they will release a full death scene before Season 7. That is a 100% hell no. It's not even worth it to lash out like that. Share your opinions, obviously. If you have opinions, leave the death threats out of it, though. It's insane that people get death threats for an entertainment, for a show or music or anything like that. That's just crazy town. It costs them money to redo that again. It costs them time. I mean, actors have to schedule different things. They're probably doing other projects in this downtime. It's not simply setting up a camera and doing it. There's a lot that goes into that. That is so out of the norm, it's never going to happen. It can't happen. This is my design. Do you think that over time the walkers will eventually evolve and get smart? Why or why not? No, and because it's fucking stupid. Sorry for everyone who likes smart walkers or smart zombies. I hate them. I loathe them. Sir Nuke. Okay, so we got to see Negan for the first time, but obviously he has been around for a while, seeing as how large his community is. You want to know, how in the world could she be so freaking clean? You're talking about Lucille. Yes, Lucille was too clean, in my opinion. I would have been fine. Listen, you talk about chunks and stuff. Yeah, he could hose that shit off or boiling water or do something. That's fine. I mean, I can picture Negan lovingly cleaning Lucille. That is fine. But I wish the bat was stained a little bit more. I don't think you'd get all those blood stains out of that bat, and it looked really clean. And they show a body that looked like it got its head bashed in with Morgan when he's looking for Carol, when he sees the rosary. So yeah, he just is fresh. He just bashed somebody's head in. So I don't know why Lucille was that clean looking, but yeah, she was a little too clean looking. And again, I don't need chunks. It's just the wood itself didn't look stained enough. Maybe it was, I don't know. This is going to be the end of 81. Stay tuned, 82 Q&As coming up right behind this one. If you want to participate, rules are in the description. You have to follow them or no deal. Also, I might have to kill one of you. That's just how it works. Leave your questions for the next Q&A down in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.